I lied on my resume to get an interview. The CEO looked at me and said, "I know you're lying. You're hired anyway." I was broke. Not tight on money broke. Actual broke. Checking my account before buying groceries broke. 8 months of unemployment will do that to you. I'd applied to everything. Entry level, mid-level, stuff I was overqualified for, stuff I was underqualified for. Nothing stuck. Then I saw a posting for a marketing role at a company I actually admired. The pay was good. The job was real. And I had absolutely no shot at getting it. They wanted 5 years experience. I had barely 2. They wanted someone who'd managed campaigns with 6-figure budgets. I'd never touched more than 5,000. They wanted a list of skills I was still watching tutorials on, but I was desperate. And desperate people do desperate things. I rewrote my resume, added what I needed to add, removed the dates that made me look too young, made myself look like exactly what they wanted. I didn't feel good about it, but I felt worse about moving back in with my parents at 26. I submitted the application and tried to forget about it. A week later, they emailed me. I had an interview. I prepared like a maniac, studied the company website until I could recite it, watched every interview with the founders on YouTube, read articles about their marketing strategy, practiced answers to questions I thought they'd ask. By the time I walked into that office, I almost believed my own lies. The interview started well. 2 managers, friendly, asked about my background. I gave them the polished version I'd rehearsed. They seemed impressed, asked about specific campaigns I'd led. I made up details on the spot, names, numbers, results. It was terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. I was pulling it off. Then the door opened. A man walked in without knocking. Gray hair, expensive suit. The 2 managers sat up straighter. He sat down at the head of the table and picked up my resume, studied it like he was seeing it for the first time, or like he'd already seen it and was waiting to watch me squirm, then looked at me. "Tell me about the Thornton campaign." I froze. I'd made that one up. "The what?" "The Thornton campaign. You listed it here. $600,000 budget. Tell me how you managed it." I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. Silence. The managers looked uncomfortable. The man in the suit just stared at me, waiting. I had 2 options. Keep lying and hope I could talk my way out, or tell the truth and walk out with nothing. I was so tired of lying. There is no Thornton campaign. I didn't look away from him. I made it up. Half of that resume is stuff I stretched or invented because I couldn't get anyone to call me back with the truth. The managers exchanged looks. One of them reached for my resume like she was going to throw it away. The man in the suit stopped her. "Leave it." He looked at me again. "Longer this time. You prepared for this interview. I can tell. You know more about this company than people who've worked here for years." I studied everything I could find. Why? Because I wanted this job. Not just any job. This one. He nodded. Stood up. I figured that was it. "Thanks for coming in. We'll be in touch." Instead, he said something that changed my life. I lied on my resume to get my first job. Added 2 years I didn't have. Listed a degree I hadn't finished. He paused. The managers looked as surprised as I felt. Got hired. Spent the next 5 years proving I deserved to be there. He extended his hand. "You're hired. One condition. Everything you lied about you learn for real. And you never lie to me again." I shook his hand. Couldn't find the words to thank him. I didn't waste the chance. Showed up early. Stayed late. Learned every skill I'd faked until I wasn't faking anymore. The Thornton campaign I'd invented? I ran a real one 2 years later. Bigger budget. Better results. I put a copy of the final report on his desk without a word. He just smiled. 5 years later I'm still here. Running a team
Click
of my
the link
own.
on the
Sometimes
homepage
hungry
to
is
watch
better
the
than
full follow-up
qualified.
for
He taught me
free.
that.